We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from the General's Hot Sauce, it is Dead Red, which is a cayenne sauce. This is a 6-ounce hand grenade bottle, as opposed to the usual 5-ounce. There's 3 X's up here. I don't know if this is meant to refer to their 3 out of 5 heat level, or if it's just part of the design. You can see here we have lost that a little bit to have a place to put the label. So this might be a custom type bottle, possibly. And we have here, of course, American grown cayenne peppers, distilled white vinegar, salt, and garlic. So we're definitely looking here more at a Cajun style sauce. We've got the Generals on the lever of this top, which is, of course, molded to look like a hand grenade. Firing mechanism, I guess. This dog tag thing is all this kind of stuff in it. So a lot of this is hard to see as anything other than gimmicky nonsense. I'm just going to be straight up honest about it. I don't find this persuasive in any respect. I think there are, like, my kid loves this packaging. He's not a chili head. He doesn't honestly like spice at all, which is something that is not from my side, obviously, but the this type of stuff really, really appeals to him. And I don't think it's quite a novelty sauce, but I think part of the appeal is kind of like in that direction. But definitely they're very consistent with their theme and their branding, no question about that. Which brings us down to whether or not the sauce is any good. So I'll be honest, I don't like this packaging. Here's why. Because I've got to pull this tag out. Right, I've got to take this thing apart right here. This little thing. Take this out, otherwise either that or I've got to try to hold it every time I want to shake it. And if it comes loose, it just bangs against the glass. So not honestly super well thought out. This I find to be a gigantic pain. Look at this. So you have to hold this bottle all the way down here when you're doing this. Otherwise, the lever is going to hit you in the hand when you are trying to unscrew it. It doesn't flip open or anything like that. You can see there's a cap embedded in there. It doesn't do anything like that. It's just it's a really, honestly, it's kind of a puzzling choice to me. You can see we do have a lot of stuff that is hanging out in the cap there. You can see it doesn't pour super smooth. It's very, it pours actually kind of strangely, but there's no restrictor cap, which is a good thing because that would be a pain. You can see it does stick really, really well to this plastic on the spoon that does not like things to be stuck to it. It is a pretty vibrant red. This is probably more red than a lot of the other Cajun or cayenne style sauces I've had. I mean, I can definitely smell it pretty substantially at this point. You can see it's really, really super well blended. I mean, if it's 86% peppers, that really denotes somewhat of a puree to me, and that's kind of what this almost looks like. Kind of like almost like a tomato sauce type thing. It's not quite a puree, but I think it is somewhat in that territory. It's clearly a lot more strained than a puree. There's no skin in it. There's no that I've encountered anywhere. There's no seeds, nothing like that in it. But so yeah, I mean, it's a really pretty color. I do actually kind of like the color of this quite a bit. So, but color doesn't matter, of course, as much as flavor, which we should get into right now. There's a really oddness to the flavor here. Nice and pungent, it's nice and biting. It's good as far as that goes. But it's almost like there's almost just a flavor note in here that's really odd. It almost is a little bit chemically, and I wonder if it's the garlic. I don't know for sure what it is, but it is a little bit off-putting. And cayenne is one of my favorite peppers. I keep powder on hand. I use it all the time. It's one of my favorite styles of sauce, a Louisiana style. Always have some of that on hand. I can't remember last time I haven't had something with cayenne around somewhere. I don't think it could be that bad. I don't know. It could be that bad. It could be some other stuff. I did buy their Heat Seeker collection. So there are 2 other sauces in there. There's a habanero, I believe, and then a habanero and cayenne. So we'll see if that persists or if it's just something specific to this sauce. But for now, we've got here some Burger King chicken fries. And let's get some sauce on here. As I was saying, it's really interesting to me. The sauce just holds in place when you put it on stuff. It's really curious. That after bit is just I am not digging that. We're gonna eat some more of this though. See if I can't. See if I can get a better heat reading on this. It is really minimal. I mean, it's cayenne. Cayenne is not the Louisiana style sauces are not meant to be blazing. It definitely isn't. Well, I mean, what I say, it's hotter than some of the other cayenne sauces. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not quite to the Yazoo with the Ghost, but most of the other ones, I would say it's definitely got more. I mean, we're splitting hairs here. It does have more of a punch, but it's, again, tiny. I mean, I would put it probably as to where, like, the extract Franks or the extract Texas Pete are. You can check out, by the way, videos for both of those two, as well in the playlist. Or read the written reviews. They can be found in the same blog as this one, which of course the link to that is available in the description down below. Well, alright. The sauce is kind of a struggle for me. I think the producer of this is actively trying to make a good sauce. I think that is absolutely the case here. I find the gimmicky stuff I wish wasn't there, or if it was there, I wish it was functional. Like this, useless. Like the skull keychains from Blair's, I've got piles of those. And those are cool. It's a skull, it's a keychain, it's relatively functional. This thing, I mean, what are you supposed to do with these? When you empty the sauce, rinse them out and display them as glass hand grenade? I mean, I don't understand. The naming convention, the branding, all that stuff is fine. Label's on crooked here on this one too, but all that other stuff is fine. I struggle with this. What I would have loved is just a pure cayenne sauce. So throw the garlic out. Just the peppers, the vinegar, and the salt, and shoot for a Louisiana style. This Cajun style, I mean, the sauce is pretty. It's just, I guess I had higher hopes for it. I'll leave it at that. I had much higher hopes for this sauce, given how much I love cayennes. And I think, you know, the disappointment is just I mean, I think that's part of it, but there is also that sort of aftertaste that I just can't quite get around. It's vaguely chemically. It's almost like if you used a garlic concentrate of some kind. It's kind of like that, but it could be something specific to the other components of the sauce as well. So we'll get into it more with the other sauce and see if it persists. But for now, that is the General's Dead Red Hot Sauce. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.